Hello YouTube and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino beer review. Today you have the Rhino and we're looking at a beer that was sent to me by Lee M. So thank you very much, Lee from Alberta. This is from Brewsters. It is one of the... It's a brewer's bomber, which is a, okay, so in Brewsters, in Beer We Trust, these brewers bombers are apparently their small batches that go in big bottles, and when they're gone, they're gone. This is their Imperial Stout at 11.9. My albino eyes were fucking up right there. But right over here, it actually says, aged in Kentucky bourbon barrels, drink fresh or cellar. Awesome. Imperial Stouts usually do fairly well in a bourbon barrel. So, let us open her up. We're sort of drinking it fresh. It was from 11:15, and it is now 1:16, so fairly fresh. It's had a couple months. It may have simmered down a little bit. Alrighty, so as black as you could expect, beautiful brown head, lots of a snap crackle pop on there, big frothy head. Okay. Okay. So the bourbon is coming out. You're getting that vanilla. You're getting the oak. You're getting the coconut. I am picking up all of those in here. The coconut is actually overpowering over the vanilla and the oak out of the bottle. Out of the glass, it's that oaky woodiness that comes out in the forefront. Out of the bottle, it's the coconut. The bottle is beautiful. It smells like chocolate coconut. So the bottle's reminding me of the chocolate macaroons my mother used to cook when I was a kid that she would call frogs, and it was basically just chocolate and coconut and nothing else. Well, actually there was some vanilla in that too, which is probably why it reminds me so much, because there is some vanilla, some chocolate, and some coconut coming out of the bottle. Now out of the glass it smells more like an Imperial Stout that's been aged in a barrel and is fairly hot. I mean, I get that oakiness, I get the coconut and the vanilla and the chocolate, but I get the oakiness, I get a little bit of the booze coming off the nose, but at almost 12% alcohol, you kind of expect that. I am getting that almost leathery note off the nose that some bourbons come off with. I did not mean to stick my lip in there. Good thing I didn't taste it. I would have been cheating. And a little earthiness. So the bottle for me by far is the better smell. The glass is there, but it just is there. Let's try the beer. Cheers. Okay, so all the flavors I smelt are in there, just to varying degrees. The coconut is the main component of this beer, and I love that. I love that the coconut is shining through. The oak is there. The oak is mixing in with this earthy hoppiness at the back end, just earthy, roasty hoppiness at the back. A little bit of vanilla up at the forefront. A little bit of chocolate, and more like baker's chocolate, isn't like a deep, dark, kind of bitter chocolate, and the coconut. And there is a slight sourness in here, right in the middle, right at the peak of the coconut, there comes in a slight sourness. It's not like a portion of the beer going wrong or anything. It's just kind of reminding me of that slight little kick of sour that I can get in some bourbons. Last night I reviewed the Howitzer from Brewsters, which was 7% alcohol. And it had more of an alcohol warming and more of an alcohol burn than this does. This is actually fairly mellow for a 12% alcohol beer. This is a very, very dangerous beer. I love the way the roast and the coconut and the vanilla and the chocolate and the barrel and the molasses and that dirtiness all mixed together. Oh, and there is even a touch of black coffee in there right at the very end. I love how they all mix together. They intermingle to make a great little beer. I'm not sure how much this bottle was. I'm not sure how long it stayed in the barrels. I'm not sure if the barrels were first used, second used. I don't know if they were rimmed again. I don't know anything really about it other than it was an Imperial Stout in Kentucky bourbon barrels. And it's A-OK. It is an A+, most excellent beer. Right, Jay? Right? Yeah, it is a great beer. It really is. I love this beer. I do. I love it. It's probably one of my favorite beers so far of 2016, albeit I haven't had that many beers in 2016. We're only 18 days in, and yeah, but it's still one of my top beers of the year. Out of 10 on this beer, I'm going to give it a 9.25. I really like it. It's nice and smooth. It doesn't have much alcohol burn. It's easy to drink. It is full-bodied, but the carbonation is fairly low. I don't think they reforce carbonated it after they barreled it, which makes me really happy. Excuse me. Yeah, it just drinks so well. It actually reminds me a lot of a lot of the bigger name stouts. It reminds me of the Kentucky Bastards, of the Until Proven Guilties, of the Parabolas, the KBSs, the BCBSs. It reminds me of all those. I'm not saying it's as good or better or anything. I'm just saying it reminds me of them. It could fight in that category. Whether or not you like it as much as the others don't matter. I mean, if you did a big blind taste test and a whole bunch of Imperial Stouts, who knows where they'd all sit. Especially a big bunch of Imperial bourbon barrel-aged stouts. Who knows how they would sit. But this guy could compete in the top 9 or 10 of the ones I've had. And I've had a lot of bourbon barrel-aged stouts. So yeah, 9.25 out of 10. I'm supposed to stout strut, but I may or may not be wearing basically a banana hammock right now, so I am not standing up, so you'll get this for my stout strut. Sorry, I know it's cheaping out, but yeah, I'm not putting that on YouTube. Not happening. Cheerio. Okay. A little hard to chug. I mean, not that you're going to chug a 12% alcohol Imperial Stout often. But I have done it almost every time I've done these beers. And I'll tell you, this is a great tasting one, not a great chugging one. That's okay. Not all beers are a great chugger. At least it's not like the Green Reaper and it hasn't swollen up my tongue and made me think I'm dying. I'm just crying a little bit. That's okay. Bye, guys. Have a wonderful evening. I'll drink the rest of this while I watch some Sicario.